appreciating things means to see what we already have. It's gratitude. It's a positive attitude. If you can do that, you find you can live with other people. You don't see what's wrong in your wife. How many of you, whenever you look at your partner, your wife, your husband, start to see what's wrong with her? She did this, she did that. And they come and tell me, she did this, she did that, she did something else. He was late at home. What about looking at all the good things he has done? What about looking at the good things she has done and telling him? How many times when you talk to your partner or you talk to your kids, do you tell them what they're doing right? And how many times do you tell them what they're doing wrong? Most of the times you speak to someone is to point out their faults. You take their goodness for granted. That's why you don't see it. That's why you don't have happiness in your relationship. Don't you want to be appreciated? Don't you want all your hard work to be acknowledged? All your sacrifice? All of your care and love? So why don't you tell your partner, thank you for being who you are. Thank you for all the hard work, all the sacrifice. You worked so hard for me, for the family, for the house. You try that. It works. Not only does it make them become a much more soft partner and more willing to do more for you, it brings you happiness as well. Because happiness is actually sometimes seeing the full picture of life, which is not that bad. We're learning how to not to complain, learning not to see the bad side, but to see the positive side of life. Sure, there's wars, but how many places are there no wars? Sure, there's cheats in life, but how many people aren't cheats? Why do people complain so much? Surely, can't we be more appreciative of the people in our life? Because once we become more appreciative of the people in our life, then we become more appreciative of ourselves. Do you like yourself? Or are you a complainer? Do you only see the two bad bricks in your life, the things which have gone wrong? Or can't you see those other things which are beautiful? Anyone who has a cancer, is that all you see? The disease which is in your body? Can't you see more than those two bad bricks? There's more to life than disease. Cancer is only a word. Life is a whole story. When you see more, then you can take these things much more in your stride. In fact, as I said to a person this morning, you can even enjoy your cancer. When you see a sunset, if there was no clouds in the sky, it's never beautiful. If the sky was perfect, the sunset wouldn't be enjoyable. You need a few clouds, a bit of dust, some imperfection there to spread the light from the setting sun into beautiful streaks of orange and purple, glowing gold in the dying light. That's what makes it beautiful. A little bit of imperfection. Do you really want life to be perfect, with all the bits straight? I will tell you, there'll be no happiness in such a world. There'll be no beauty. There will be no reason for those wonderful qualities of the heart called compassion and love. What I've been saying so far is learning how to embrace the bad bricks of your life. Learning to see beyond the faults which create unhappiness in life. To see life in a greater fullness and appreciation. It's nothing different than love. In real life, people will never tell you the truth. They will deceive you sometimes. They will say one thing, they're not really being honest and open. Everyone, as they say, straight up, straight down. They tell you how they feel, and they will not put on a face. Sometimes the suffering and pain in life enables us to really have compassion and wisdom for others. So when those things happen to you, if they do in life, don't just think 2 bad bricks, something we need to destroy in our life. These are your features, things which can make you a beautiful, wonderful, compassionate, wise person. After a while, the suffering in your life becomes happiness. It's what makes you wise, compassion and happiness. So we don't just go around complaining about life. We get in there and dig it in, make something out of it. We become happy people. Why do people, even though the jail is so comfortable, want to escape? The reason is that being in prison, it doesn't depend upon how comfortable or uncomfortable it is. Any place you don't want to be is your prison. If you're in a relationship you hate, you feel like you're in prison. If you're in a job where you really don't like it, your job is a prison. If you're in a body which is hurting or sick with cancer and you don't want to be there, it becomes a prison for you. If you're in a body which is disabled and you don't want to be there, your body becomes a prison. If you're in a situation, a life situation which you hate, you've had a tragedy, you don't want it, your life becomes your prison. It doesn't matter what you're experiencing in life. Whenever you don't want to be there, then you're in jail. You are free when you're happy to be there. That is the secret of freedom. That was the prisons of life. Any place you don't want to be, that's your prison. You don't need to change the prison. Just change the way you look at it, and your prison becomes your freedom. Whatever amount of money you have, it's never enough. When you have contentment, whatever you have is more than enough. Haven't you got enough already? If you haven't got enough, again you're in prison. Because you're not happy to be here. If you think, today I've got enough, I've got a wonderful partner, I've got wonderful children, what a wonderful thing this is. I've got wonderful experiences. My wife has died, but it was so wonderful knowing her for all those years. What a wonderful thing life is. Then you're content, then you're free, then you know happiness. Because the Buddha said, happiness is the end of craving. I've just taught you what the end of craving was. Thank you.